Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, family. Reggie Pegues here, prosperingdad.com. And as always, we're continuing with our You Are Worthy series this morning. I want to wish you guys a great and happy Wednesday. If you're following me on YouTube, we're over here now on Facebook Live. And just indulge me as I acknowledge people as they come on. As you come on, type in the comments. Let me know where you're viewing me from. Guys, share this today. You're really going to want to share this on your timeline today. Hit the notification button so you know, again, when I come on. Like and share this video, okay? If you're watching me live, type live in the comments so I know that you guys are watching me live right now. Or if you're watching the replay, type replay in the comments so I know that you're watching the replay. So today, you can see in the title, what we're going to talk about today is what will it take for you to experience the breakthrough you want in this life? What will it take for you to experience the breakthrough you want in this life? So I have a question for you guys as always. Did you know that what you're looking for is looking for you too? It is. It's looking for you too. And it's part of your breakthrough. It's part of that thing that's been in you since you were a child, that thing that you were born to do, that thing that leads you into your purpose, that thing that would just bring you such great joy, pleasure, and satisfaction. Good morning, Anita. Good morning. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. So today I have 3 questions for you today. And I want you to consider these questions and I want you to ponder them and really take account of where you are in your life right now. Because we talk about breakthrough. Many people who go to church, we talk about breakthrough, but we don't really grasp the fact that everything that was promised to us is already in our possession, but we haven't positioned ourselves so we can receive it based on the faith that we exhibit. Okay, if that makes sense to you, type faith in the comments. If you understand what I'm saying, type faith in the comments if you're getting it. So as I said, I got 3 questions for you today. And question number 1 is simplistic but complicated at the same time, which is a bit of an oxymoron. You know, it's basically 2 ideas that are diametrically opposed to one another. But the reality of it is, what is it that you want? I mean, really, what is it that you want for yourself? Is it a dream that you've always had that you wanted to accomplish? Was it a wonderful relationship? Was it an educational opportunity? Was it starting a ministry? Was it creating a not-for-profit? Was it whatever it is? What do you really want? And many of us, oftentimes, we don't sit down with ourselves and we don't ask ourselves, what do I want? And see, we in this society think that when we think of self, we're being selfish. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. Why is that so? Again, I always like to use the good morning, Danielle. I always like to use, type in the comments, let me know where you're viewing from, darling. I always like to use the analogy of an airplane, okay? Why is it when we get on an airplane and they're doing the flight instructions and they talk about the deployment of the oxygen mask, the first thing that they say is, if in case the oxygen mask is deployed, the first thing that you need to do is to put it on yourself. Then go help others. And when I thought about it and I pondered it, I came to the realization that in this life, if we're not well, how can we help other people? How can we be of service? How can we serve other people if we're not well? If we're not well mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, how can you really help someone else? But what we do all the time is we give everything out to everyone else and we don't save anything for ourselves. So the first question is, what is it you want? Be clear about what it is that you want. Be clear about what direction you want your life to take. Be clear about who you want in your life. Be clear about what you're doing and where you're going. As always, if you're using your GPS system, you got to put in the destination first before you put the car in drive. And our life is the same way. So the first question is, you want to be clear about what do you want? What is it that you really want? Question number 2 is, what will it take to achieve it? I'll tell you a quick story. If you know anything about me, if you've been following me, you know that I am a business owner. I'm an entrepreneur. And there were a series of things that I had to experience and went through that pertain to my daughter. I was in a custody, I don't even want to call it a fight, but I was in a custody issue over my daughter for over 10 years. 10 years. When my daughter was born, I was in the delivery room, and I was one of the first people that saw my daughter. And because the mother had some complications, she couldn't even see my daughter. So the first 3 or 4 days, it was just me and her. Fast forward, for whatever reasons, the relationship between the mother and I deteriorated, but I was determined to be a part of my daughter's life. The mother did not necessarily agree with that. So I saw my daughter almost every day until she was almost 1.5 years. And then suddenly she was ripped away from me. Okay? And I had to ponder, what would it take? What do I need to do? Who do I need to become? So I made up my mind then and there, I was going to do whatever it took for me to be a part of her life. Because she has 2 older brothers from my first marriage, and I raised them. I was a father at 16 years old, and I raised both of my sons. And I was not going to let this little girl grow up in life without a father and then having to one day probably show up at my doorstep and ask me where I was. So I didn't want to fight. I just wanted to be in my daughter's life. And, the long and short of it was, we had to go through a whole lot of different things. And I went to family court, and I did the petitions, and I took the actions, and I was, treated very unfairly. And it was just it was a mess. But the thing that I want you guys to get out of it is, when I ask you the question, what will it take? You got to be willing, particularly when it comes to your life, you got to be willing to do whatever it takes to get what you want. That's not harmful to others, that's not illegal, but it's right. So when I ask you, what will it take? You got to ask yourself, you got to have a no matter what attitude. Are challenges going to come? Yes. Did I face challenges in that situation? Yes. I was drug tested. I had ACS called on me. I had lies told on me. You name it. I persevered through some things, and that's just my personal story. I persevered through some things that I didn't even believe that I had the strength to do. But my faith kept me, and God surrounded me with people who were supportive and uplifting and kept me going even when I wanted to quit. So like I said, question number 2 is, what will it take? And I already alluded to question number 3 because question number 3 is, what are you willing to do for it? What are you willing to do for your breakthrough? The conclusion of the story was, in the midst of all of that, God changed custody. I didn't even have to ask her. I was trying to fight for visitation. And one day, the judge just started asking me rapid fire questions. Well, where are you going to put her in school? What are you going to do with her in the summer? And I was confused. And my lawyer grabbed me and said, listen, I think the judge is getting ready to change custody. Because I stood on faith, because I was willing, I had put in my mind that I would do whatever it took to be a part of my daughter's life. Things turned around. So I've had custody of her since she was 5, and she turns 12 on Friday. But I still had to go through that process of being kind to people and they not be, return the kindness, to be just. I mean, I've got to, and you guys have probably experienced it too, that you've gotten to a place where you just couldn't, you thought that you couldn't go any lower, and then the floor got pulled out from under you again and again. So what are you willing to do? And the thing that I can share with you is that staying focused on what the point was. The point was to be in my daughter's life and not have her not know me. Now, I don't know what challenge you might be facing. I don't know what it is that you might be experiencing, but what are you willing to do to experience your breakthrough? Because you got to take the lead. You got to write the narrative. You got to be the one that's focused on this. If you're getting any value, drop value. Let me see you drop the word value into the comments right now. Or let me get some thumbs and some likes if you're getting some value from what I'm saying. Or you're connecting with what I'm saying. So what is it that you're going to do? What is it that you're willing to do? You got to have a no matter what attitude. And that's what happens to too many of us. We give up 3 feet from gold. Or as the saying goes, there's you're looking for your acres of diamonds, and you're looking here and you're looking there, and all the diamonds that you want are right under your feet. Okay? So again, what will it take for you to experience the breakthrough you want in your life? What will it take? Will it take something, traumatizing to get you there? Can it take, something of joy and happiness? Will it take a sickness? Will it take a calamity or tragedy? What will it take for you to get to your breakthrough? Because if you're not pressing toward the goal, if you're not pushing yourself, you're never going to experience the breakthrough that's been gifted to you from the beginning. What you're looking for is looking for you. Just as hard as you're looking for it, it's looking for you. But it cannot appear unless you believe that it's possible, that you can do it, that you believe that you deserve it. It won't show up. And like I said, the 3 questions. Question number 1, be clear about what it is that you want. What do you want? Understand that. And nobody else has to make sense of it. Nobody else has to really understand it. Okay? But you need to be clear about what it is that you want. Question number 2 is, what will it take? Ask yourself that. What will it take for me to get that thing that I desire so badly? What will it take for me to get that, to build that business? What will it take for me to open up that school? What would it take for me to create that not-for-profit? What would it take for me to volunteer in the church? What would it take? Good morning, Anna. How you doing? I think I saw Stephanie Pegues on here too. Good morning. What would it take for you to, sing in the choir, or start that help group, or whatever it is? What will it take for you to do that? And question number 3 is, what are you willing to do for it? What are you willing to do for it? What are you willing to sacrifice? Because oftentimes we don't get to reach our desired result because we are dragging too much garbage from before. We've got too many skeletons in the closet. So what are you willing to do? Are you, good morning, Stephanie. Are you willing to get rid of some stuff? Are you willing to let some things go? Are you willing to take steps to become better so you can become the person that you need to be, so you can have the things that you want to have, so you can do the things that you want to do? What are you willing to do? Are you willing to work on yourself a little more? Are you willing to improve your health? Are you willing to learn to communicate better? Are you willing to just be more? Are you willing to do that? So, guys, as always, you're worthy. You're worthy of the life that you desire. You're worthy of the outcomes that you wish. And you're worthy to have the things that you want in your life each and every day. But it starts with being 100% responsible. It starts with self. Okay? Focusing on self is not selfish. It's not selfish. It's mandatory. It's prioritizing. It's necessary. Make that your priority. Fix and work on yourself. And as you change, everything around you must change. But you got to understand that you're worthy. And it starts with being 100% responsible. So guys, listen, I hope you got some value out of today. Go over to my YouTube channel, Hollis, Hollis 205, and like this video today. And like whatever video you watch on my channel, okay? If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button when you're there to make sure when I upload new content, you're the first to know. Hit the notification button here, particularly for if you want to continue to follow this series every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10 a.m. And follow us on this You Are Worthy series. Like and share this video today. Someone needs this word today. Somebody on your timeline needs this word today. Somebody in your family needs this word today. Somebody that you know needs this word today. So like and share this video today. And as always, guys, you're worthy. So have a wonderful Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your day. I look forward to seeing you on Friday. Share this with your friends. Let people know. Bring them on here. Let them get a good word every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. about this You Are Worthy series. Okay? So, on that note, guys, listen. May God continue to bless you. Have a great day. Remember, think about it. What will it take for you to experience the breakthrough you want in your life today? All right? Guys, have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.